And today was a very slow day in the market. There were not any small cap breakouts that I would have touched with a 10-foot pole. And instead of just telling you that, why don't I break that down for you as if you were a little baby that I'm cradling right here? And let's walk through every single ticker so you can fully understand why I didn't take any breakouts that occurred in today's market. With the very first ticker being AIXI, go ahead and pull up your Webull desktop. You better be following along with me right here. And let's walk through my checklist. Pro tip for you, if you're smart, you got my checklist on a little notepad and you stuck that to your desktop or to your laptop. Hopefully you're not trading from your phone, and you check that checklist on every single stock you're even thinking about trading. So to start off, what does price need to be under? Price needs to be under $20. This stock closed at 131, well below $20. Market cap needs to be below 50 million. Market cap 881,000. We've checked so far. Free float needs to be below 50 million for me to trade it, but preferably below 10 million for me to do my 10 to 15% breakout strategy. Free float was 672,000. That's a check. This one should have been on your radar when you sat down at the computer, but you know that when I first started tracking this out over 4,100 small cap breakouts, that I used to sit down at the computer at 6 a.m. So you know to sit down and find that 6 a.m. candle and set a vertical line right there just to remind you, boom, 6 a.m. This was 6 a.m. So if I sat down at the computer at 6 a.m., what's the high that I would have mapped out? And well, young sir and young ma'am, this is the high right here that I would have had set at 95 cents right here. And for me, if any 5-minute candle closes above that level after 6 a.m., I'm going to count that as a breakout. And right here at 6:05 a.m. EST, we get a 5-minute candle that closes above that level. Boom. This is exactly when I start tracking it. I have over 4,100 of these bad boys tracked. I know there is a massive direct correlation with time frame that these stocks break out. If you are taking small cap breakouts between the hours of 6 to 7 a.m., you are literally trading the worst time frame for small cap breakouts. Your win rate is going to be around 37 to 38%. But guess what? Today would have been your lucky day, because after a small pullback right here, boom, you get a big move to the upside at 258. By the time I saw this stock, number one, it broke out way too early. Number two, that move was way too high for me to possibly trade it on a pullback going into market open. So I completely avoided that. And what time does my trading window start? Say it with me. Hopefully you got that on your notepad as well. My trading window starts at 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. Why is my trading window that? It's not because I love it. I would actually prefer to trade it earlier in the day and get it over with. Why is it 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.? Because after backtesting 4,100 penny stock breakouts, I found that time frame is the most consistent. And the reason why I believe it is the most consistent is because from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m., what do we see the most of? We see the most volume in the market, because that's going right into market open and right after market open as well. So from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. is when I'm looking for my setups. Let's go ahead and jump into the next ticker here. Hopefully you guys are following along. SWVL. Now this is a strategy that I have not rolled out to you guys yet, but I have rolled this out to my one-on-one students. For the past month, I have started backtesting a very specific setup on these small cap stocks before the breakout, because I've already mastered the breakouts, guys. I already have a really great idea if these stocks are going to get continuation after they break out on the 5-minute time frame. The only thing really left for me to conquer is to go through and backtest all the data on the pullback before the breakout. And there is a very specific strategy that has over a 90% success rate for the past month. And SWVL fit this criteria perfect. I saw this bad boy forming. I sat down on the computer. I was setting my levels. I see the big move up, boom, boom, boom. We get the first pullback at 7:50 a.m. I'm looking at all the different variables, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm going to snag it on this pullback right here. And I decided to enter right here, this candle close. We start to bounce. For this specific strategy thus far, the best take profit is around 15%. So my take profit was right up here. And unfortunately, the stock just rolls over. And that was really the theme of the day. We cannot get any continuation whatsoever. Now, while I'm backtesting this new strategy and I only have a month worth of data thus far, I'm going in with much smaller positions. So it was a small red day for me today, but I did take a 20% loss on this one. And one of the things that I think moving forward that I may be able to eliminate from this strategy is trading stocks from other countries. Because let's be real here, if it's not from the United States, China, or Canada, I know from backtesting the data, the chances of those stocks pumping and dumping and not getting continuation go up drastically. And I only know that from backtesting the data. So that was a very small loss that I took on that one today. But as you can see, it rolled over, never broke out above that 327 level. So that's going to go down as a no breakout. Next ticker is DAIC. So if we map that right here, how was set in after hours right here at 525 in after hours. 479 was my level. You can see that my alert was set. We never break out above that level. If it doesn't go and break out, then of course I'm not going to take it. Market cap, free float, price of the stock was good. Moving on to the next one, which is TNMG. Let's go ahead and pull that one up. This one starts making a move right here, 7:05 a.m., 7:10, 7:15, we get the pullback. Breakout level is established. Right here, it pops at 7:20. Why do I not take this breakout at 7:20? Please do not be fooled. I know I've already shown you two stocks that broke out early in the morning, pre 8 a.m., and both of those stocks took off like a rocket today. Guess what? If you want to go gamble, you want to go to the casino, you want to trade these stocks, go ahead and be my guest. But let me bring you over to my dashboard here, give you a little spanking and show you. If I go here to time frame, you can see this is just like if the 5-minute candle closes above a breakout level and you enter at the close of the 5-minute candle. These are all the free floats, all of the market caps, everything. You don't want to take those type of breakouts because it's only a 44% success rate. But if I come over here to time frame and I go to 6 to 7 a.m., you'll see that win rate drops down from 44%. Give it a second here to load. It's going to be around, if I remember correctly, oh my God, it's even worse than I remember. It is a 30% success rate. So guess what? If you guys want to gamble and you want to be right 3 times out of 10, be my guest. Go ahead and continue taking these setups that break out from 6 to 7 a.m. or from 7 to 8 a.m. Actually, this stock, excuse me, it broke out from 7 to 8 a.m. So let's come over here to 7 to 8 a.m. We're going to click only right here. Oh, win rate goes up to 44%. So if you want a 44%, basically if you want to roll the dice here, or if you want to flip a coin if you're going to make money, sure, continue to take those breakouts, guys. But I can promise you, after tracking over 4,100 plus, you don't want to be taking breakouts that early in the morning. This one exploded to the upside, ran way too far up here, all the way up to 98 cents. So I had no setups on that one going into market open. Next up is going to be ticker OFAL. OFAL, same deal right here. Makes the move pre 7 a.m., pulls back right here. Breakout level is established at 120. We break out at 645. Why do I not take this trade? It broke out too early. So let's move on to the next one. Next one is DFNS. DFNS, the breakout level was set right here, early in pre-market at 4:35 a.m. EST. We get a 5-minute candle that breaks above that at what time? The time is down here. Take a look at it at the bottom. When are we not going to take breakouts? Pre 9 a.m. Why? Because the win rate drops drastically during pre-market. 6:10 a.m. This 5-minute candle closes above it, broke out before my time frame at 9 a.m., made a quick pop, and ended up rolling over going into market open. Had no setups going on that one. Going into market open, and you can see a lot of these stocks are making quick pops, but they're getting no continuation. Next ticker was AMIX. It set this massive high in after hours and just continued to roll over all day. That was a no breakout. Had an alert set on that one. Next up is going to be JEM, and I almost traded this one. This 5-minute candle breaks out right here at 1140. And you might be saying, whoa, wait a minute, Andrew. That 5-minute candle closed above your breakout level before 12 o'clock, between 9 a.m. till 12. Why did you not take this breakout? Well, let's go through our checklist here. Price is below 20. Boom. Market cap below 50 million. Boom. Free float is below 10 million. You're damn right I had this bad boy on the watch list. I was letting the one-on-one students know. This stock started making a big pop right here at 1125. Boom, 1130. Got halted and then got unhalted at 1140. So let's zoom into the 1-minute candles right there at 1140. And let's see what was going on here. Because I know one of the things that has a massive direct correlation to win rate is what is the 1-minute time frame doing while 5-minute candle confirms breakout. And what we want to see is green, green. So at 1140, this 1-minute candle closed red, and then the next 1-minute candle closed green. I would have needed to see both of those candles to close green. So I don't only need price below 20, market cap below 50 million, free float below 10 million, but I also need both of the 1-minute candles to close green at the same time. And it blows my mind how some of you are just taking random breakouts, not knowing any of this. Because if that next 1-minute candle doesn't close green, win rate drops drastically. So being that this 1-minute candle right here closed red, I did not take that breakout. Ended up making a decent move to the upside right after that, but I know that's a 50-50 chance if I'm going to get that continuation, and I'd rather just sit out on that one. So that one did break out during the right time frame, but unfortunately just was not the right setup for me. Next ticker is BTCT. BTCT right here, breakout level was 225. We break out between 10:01 to 10:30. Write this on your notepad for the green light special. One of my strategies that I have on this channel, I do not take breakouts that occur between 10:01 to 10:30 for the green light special because that time frame has not been profitable. So if a 5-minute candle breaks above a prior breakout level that I have between 10:01 to 10:30, I will not take that setup. And it happened right here at 10:10 a.m. And that's the reason why I didn't take BTCT. Let's go to the next one, which is BDRX. BDRX makes this move right here at 5:05, and then it makes a new high at 5:25. So if I would have sat down at the computer at 6 a.m. right here, this is the high that I would have saw, breakout level at 163. Follow along with me. 5-minute candle is what we're waiting for. Boom, closes above that level. Why didn't I take this trade? Because it was before my trading window. So I identified that breakout level was there. It broke out before 9 a.m. The stock rolled over, didn't touch it with a 10-foot pole, Boom. Let's go to the next one. We're not stopping. There were plenty of stocks that you could possibly have traded today, but we decided not to trade them. BRNX is next. Now, this one was very low volume right here, but the correct level on this one was right here at 4:50 a.m. EST. It was this high that was set at 494. And if you measure that out from the previous close, it was just barely enough up right at 18%. I need bare minimum for it to be up 17% for me to establish a breakout level. Right here at 935, we break out, but I have a custom dollar volume indicator. And if you take a look right here, it's going to tell you the exact, or not the exact dollar volume, but a good estimate of dollar volume that was going through that 5-minute candle when we went to go break out. And it was only $55,000. I need a bare minimum of $50,000 for me to trade it. This stock barely had enough for me to trade it. So to be honest with you, I didn't really want to trade it at all. I also think it was from Israel. Yeah, it was. It was from another country outside the United States, China, and Canada. So I was like, please don't be a green light special. I'll take it if I need to. But at 9:35, when that 5-minute candle closed, we need to go take a look at the 1-minute candles here. And as you can see, it was just very low volume here. 9:35 a.m. candle closes green with $8,000 worth of volume. And thank the Lord above, the next candle closes red right here with $22,000 worth of volume. So I was able to sit out on that one. It did make a small move to the upside right there to 575, but that's a 50-50 chance, guys. If you go take those, be my guest. But from the back tested data that I have, I know that's pretty much a coin flip. I don't want to take those. Next up was PMI. Now, PMI has been a repeat offender at this point. It's been on the top gainers list multiple times over the past few days, and I've been wanting to trade this one because it's great. Price is great, free float is great, market cap is great, literally everything. Then right here, it's climbing. I think it's going to break out, but right here we hit 10 a.m. And it breaks out between 10:01 and 10:30. And I know for the green light special, if I was to pull up that dashboard, the win rate is like 55% on that setup. So again, this was a coin flip on this breakout, and I don't want to take coin flips. So I decided to skip over PMI because it broke out between 10:01 to 10:30. And as you can see, sometimes when you're trading, and I want to make this very clear that you guys are going to get rewarded for gambling sometime. Like AIXI that broke out at around 6 a.m. today, that one went and ran big. The other breakout that I just showed you that ran at 7 a.m. today, that one ran big. This stock that broke out at 10 a.m., this one ran big. And it's like sometimes, guys, you are going to get rewarded. And remember, whenever I say it's not good enough for me to trade it, there's a 50-50 chance that this stock can continue to go up. And that's the hard part about trading is that you have to sit out on these. And sometimes they're going to run. And psychologically, you're going to be like, oh, man, I don't know if Andrew's back testing that data right. Because that stock just ran. I don't know if that's correct. When in reality, it is correct. It's just that 50% of the time, these stocks are going to continue to run. My question for you is, do you want a coin flip on these trades? If you want a coin flip, then be my guest, take the coin flip. But you'll see over a long enough time horizon that you are not going to be profitable taking setups like that. And that's why I chose to sit out. And trust me, I have revenge traded. I have the same exact thoughts like, Andrew, are you sure this time frame doesn't work? And then I go back to the data. I'm like, okay, I'm sure because I back tested this. I've done the hard work. So it gives me the confidence to be able to sit out on these stocks because I know if I continue to take them over time, I'm going to be unprofitable. Boom, tangent over. Let's go into the very next ticker, which is WLDS. Breakout level was set in after hours at 369. That one didn't break out, so no problem on that. VCIG was the next ticker that I put on the list right here. VCIG made a big pop right here at 720, and then look at this, just a massive pump and pop, and that never broke out. Breakout level was at 347, so that was going to be a no-go for me. Next up, I had FNGR on the tracker. This one also made a big pop at 835, and then boom, just rolled over. This was really the theme in pre-market today. SWVL, FNGR, VCIG, all of these stocks made big moves in pre-market, and it just rolled over. We didn't get much continuation to the upside today. So there were a lot of stocks on the watch list, a lot of alerts set, but as you can see, I ended up just not trading them because they never curled and they never went to go break out. Next up I had on the list is PRZO. So let's go ahead and pull that up. Again, same thing here. Be careful, guys. And this is why I don't just randomly buy stocks on the way up because a lot of these penny stocks just pull back. PRZO did the exact same thing. Level I had set was 101 and never goes back and even sniffs that level again. So I just don't trade it. I just skip that one. And the next up is GRML. If we take a look at GRML, this 5-minute candle closes above the breakout level that I had established at 1069. It breaks out at what time? At 10:25 a.m. I don't trade from 10:01 to 10:30 because that time frame has not been profitable for my setups. So from 9 a.m. till 12, excluding breakouts that happen between 10:01 to 10:30. So unfortunately, I thought this one was going to be a pretty good setup, but it just didn't get any continuation. Ended up losing volume and rolling over. So it ended up working in my favor that I didn't take that one anyway. Next ticker is GITS. GITS again. I mean, guys, take a look at how many stocks went and popped, made breakout levels, and then just completely rolled over. This one completely rolled over on the next candle. It went from being positive, up over 20+%, to being negative for the day in a matter of 5 minutes. This is why you guys got to be careful. This is why you should not be trading like a jackass, and this is why you should be trading with a back-tested strategy so you can avoid this as much as possible. This stock never went and took off, so no harm, no foul there. RMSG was the very next one. Again, pop, rollover, never comes close to the breakout level that I have at 45 cents. I hope you guys are seeing the theme for the day, which was absolutely no continuation at all. LHSW was the next one. We get this pop at 935. It's still on decent volume, 489,000 on that 5-minute candle, but we lose all of the gains on the next 5-minute candle, and it just wasn't able to return before 12 o'clock. I'm not taking breakouts that are happening at 4 o'clock going in after hours. That's not my trading window. That's not when I trade. I don't have an advantage there, so I just didn't take that one. Next stock that I had on the list was SMTK. Look to the upside, boom, get rejected, completely lose all of the gains, guys. That's how many penny stocks were just taking a poop today. NCPL, this one made its move right here early in the morning at 6:35. And then unfortunately, this one broke out early in the morning at 7 a.m. and did a pump and dump right here. If you would have entered on this breakout, this would have been a loser. I mean, the price action was very sporadic. This thing ends up running big later on in the day, but as many times as it pumped and dumped in pre-market, I mean, I had no setups going for this one, even when it started moving at 10:35. I was watching it and I was like, damn, that's so unfortunate. But most of these stocks, as you can see, they just continue to roll over. NCPL is the exception. I didn't touch that one with a 10-foot pole. Next one is AEON. This was a lower volume play. I had this breakout level right here established, but you'll see that this 5-minute candle breaks above it with only $13,000 in volume, which is a no-go for me. I need the 5-minute candle that confirms breakout to have more than $50,000 worth of volume. So I needed it to set a new higher level at that point. It does that right here on the next candle at 10:30 and then breaks out right here at 10:35. But that 5-minute candle only has $15,000 worth of volume. So I have to set a new breakout level on that one. And then it breaks out again right here at 11 a.m. with only $22,000 worth of volume. So I have to set a new higher level on that one. And then finally it breaks out right here at 11:15 a.m. And I did not take this one. I had actually decided to just go ahead and step away from the computer right there. But if we zoom in, let's go ahead and check this one out and see if it was a green light setup. I'm going to be beating myself if it was. Let's go in here at 11:15 a.m. This one was a green light special. It's from the United States. So 11:15 1-minute candle was green. 11:16 1-minute candle was green. I should have entered right there. And that's a 20% move. Damn! I should have caught 15% on that one today. I ended up stepping away from the computer early because I just didn't see much. And AEON ended up making that pop. That is a green light special. And that's a tough one for you guys to be able to identify because of the amount of times that it broke out with such low volume that I wouldn't count those. And so the real level was right here around 24 cents. Got the real breakout 11:15, made the big pop. And then look, it rolled over right after. And that's why it's so important to back test your strategy and know the best place to take profit. Because if you don't, you might get greedy and think this thing is going to go parabolic. But I can assure you that only 4% of the breakout trades that I've tracked have went and run for over 100% plus. I don't know why you guys think it happens all the time. It does not happen all the time. Majority of these trades don't even go for 15%. They have to break out perfectly to have around a 66 to 70% win rate. So again, hopefully you guys aren't holding for these massive moves and just gambling all your money away. So that's unfortunate. I should have taken that one. I got a couple other stocks that I need to go back and take a look at, but let's just go ahead and jump into the after hours list here. I know this video is getting a little bit long, and we got a couple stocks that are popping here in after hours. DAIC is one of them. So again, just keep in mind, this is one of the things that I'm currently tracking right now, which is how many of these stocks set their high in after hours and then go and break out. And the number thus far is 34% over the past month. So if a stock set its high in after hours between 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., only 34% of those have went to go break out above that level, either after 6 a.m. or after market open. So with that being said, most of these stocks are not going to break out. Most of these stocks are going to make a high here in after hours and continue to pull back and never break out the next day. But about 3 out of 10 are actually going to go break out and make big moves. So let's go through our checklist here. DAIC, market cap is great. Free float is way too high. Or excuse me, no, free float is great as well. I thought they said 692 million. This is 692,000. Currently right now for DAIC, the real level that I would have set on this bad boy right now is going to be right here at this level, where this 5-minute candle pulled back, 618. We may go and make a new high. It's 5:40 p.m. while I'm making this video. After hours goes all the way until 8 o'clock. So if it makes a new high, you're gonna want to readjust that breakout level. But that could definitely be a stock that could get some continuation tomorrow. YYGH is next. The current level right now on that bad boy is 180. Market cap is below 50 million. Free float is below 10 million. And this stock is from Singapore. So even if I do trade this stock tomorrow, I can only go for a 10% gain because stocks from other countries, they don't get the same amount of continuation as stocks from the United States, China, and Canada. So that one's going to be a 10%er. DAIC, that stock is from the United States. So that could be a possible 15% play. XPON has made a pretty solid move here. The current high right now you should be watching is 796. Market cap is great. Free float is great. Profile on that one is United States. So we'll see. Again, I need that to break out after 9 a.m. from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. during my time frame. And I need the 1-minute candles to align as well. So that's the top 3 stocks that are currently on the watch list right now. CDTG is a honorable mention here, currently up around 21%. The level that I would be watching right now is around 133. This stock is from China, so I could go for a possible 15% on this one tomorrow. I'll be live trading with my one-on-one students. If you guys are tired of gambling, you've been losing some money, you've tried multiple mentorships, you actually want a mentorship that is backed by data. Guys, I'd love to show you this dashboard, show you all the setups that I trade live with you every single day, help you guys turn it around if you are currently struggling in your trading. So click that link down below. See you guys tomorrow, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.